Hello you guys, today we are back with another house hunting video. After I spent the month in New York in October, I was convinced I wanted to move here. However, New York is notoriously difficult to find a good apartment in. So I wanted to see what was actually available these days and what prices were realistically like, and I'll take you guys along with me. Special thanks to Charles Monroe for taking me on this tour. He's a broker in New York and he also posts a bunch of YouTube videos of different New York apartments. So if you're looking, I'll have his channel linked below. You can work with him as a broker if you want to, or just check out his videos to see what's out there.
Okay, today we are touring 3 apartments in prime areas of Manhattan, so a little more expensive, but if we see the right one for the right price, I am ready to sign on the dotted line. Let's take a look. I'll share prices, info, everything. Okay, so this is the first apartment.
This apartment is a studio for $3,495 per month.
You know, it's elevator laundry building, living super. It's in a great neighborhood, which is the most desired neighborhood, West Village.
This one, I liked that it's in a building with an elevator and there's laundry in the building. Of course, laundry in the unit would be nice, but in this market, you're gonna be paying like over $5,000 a month for that in these prime locations. So it's a studio.
It's a studio. It's approximately 525 square feet. It has many closets.
So one thing I'm noticing is there's like no lights in it. Definitely would need to like get a million lamps and things. Is that pretty standard for these buildings?
Yes, sometimes, you know, with the pre-war buildings, you bring in a lamp and you plug it in and you have a light switch that flicks it on.
So nice little view. It's nice that there isn't a building like directly right by it. There's some space where like the sun could definitely shine through here during the day. Probably a little later in the day, which would be nice. And a fire escape.
It also has a built-in AC, which a lot of apartments in New York City don't have.
That's
and it's
great.
Brand new.
Oh, good, good, important. Okay, let's check out the kitchen. So of course it's New York, it's not gonna be huge. I like that this is pretty updated. This reminds me of the Palm Springs fridge. It looks just like it actually, but a different brand. This kitchen isn't my like style, but it is modern. Like it's got a dishwasher, oven and everything. Like it all feels pretty nice.
From what I've seen, this is a pretty good kitchen for a New York apartment at this price and this location. I like that it is kind of separated from the studio, so you don't feel like you're sleeping where you're eating. It's not my dream kitchen aesthetically, but I think, you know, in New York, you kind of have to lower your standards with aesthetics a little bit. When it comes down to it though, it has everything you need. It's got a dishwasher, it's got a pretty nice fridge. Sure, it doesn't have some of the things I would really want, but it does have all the important things that you need.
It's pretty good. I'm not like obsessed with it, but it definitely would work. Okay, let's check out.
So this studio is kind of cool in that it has this little hallway closet area to separate it.
It's kind of cool. It feels like a walk-in closet.
Yes. So,
almost.
You know, in New York City, people need closet space and it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 large closets, even one that you can make your linen closet for your towels, and you have plenty of room here for your clothes.
Yeah.
This little closet space, or kind of big for New York, I guess, is pretty awesome. It would definitely fit all of my stuff, more than enough room for clothes and camera equipment. After living out of a suitcase for a month, I feel like I really don't need that much space. So I thought this was great.
That's pretty great. And like this area could almost fit maybe a desk. If we got creative.
It could be a dressing room.
Yeah. Put like a mirror. That'd be kind of nice. And then the bathroom over here.
This bathroom is a good size for one person, I would say. All the bathrooms I looked at looked like this bathroom. Like they all, maybe this is just like the standard New York bathroom. It's got that marble tile, which makes it look a little nicer when the sink is builder grade, I would say. But this is really what I found in all the bathrooms. This is kind of what you're gonna get in this price range. And it totally works, but it's not again, like gonna feel super luxurious. Plenty of cabinet space in here. The shower felt pretty nice. It felt like a good enough bathroom, I thought. I felt the same way as I did about the kitchen. Like, it's not necessarily my dream kitchen or bathroom, but it's still, I think, good enough that I would live in it for a year, no problem.
It's like actually better than the photos. I like it better in person. Looks like we've got some storage here. Let's see how the sink is. All good. Sometimes like older buildings, the sinks like spray everywhere.
Unfortunately, no incentives involved because it is the West Village, and landlords now can get the money that they've been asking for almost 2 years since the pandemic.
So it is really nice having an elevator. You definitely don't get that everywhere in New York. And while it doesn't have laundry in unit, the laundry machines in the laundry room was pretty nice. The lobby felt pretty nice, pretty secure. There's no doorman, so packages could potentially get stolen, but this is pretty realistic for what you're gonna get in this price range in the West Village. Then we walked over to another really popular spot, the East Village. This is also a pretty expensive, but slightly less expensive area of Manhattan. We initially were going to look at a studio, but the rental market is so crazy. On our way over, that one got rented. So we looked at a more expensive 1-bedroom just to see something in the area.
So we are in 145 East 16th Street, apartment 3A. This is approximately 1,000 square feet, 1-bedroom. Everything is gut renovated. It has a dishwasher, stainless steel appliances. It faces south, plenty of sunlight. You can fit a king-size bed with furniture.
This apartment is a 1-bedroom that's very spacious for New York. Walking in, you have this closet kind of storage space to the left. I feel like this is great for like camera equipment and everything. And to the right is a good-sized kitchen. Aesthetically, it's not the coolest, but everything felt very new and, you know, pretty modern.
The kitchen was all right, you know. It's kind of tough when I go from looking at places in like LA or Seattle, and you really got to lower your standards in New York in terms of just like the aesthetic.
The best thing about this apartment is how bright and really how large it was. It was actually a really large living room, probably bigger than that studio.
It's like still kind of morning light. This is like perfect. I feel like, yeah, you get light for a little bit longer. Really good amount of space. Like, even if this was just a studio, it still feels like pretty modern and nice, but it being a 1-bedroom is like, dang. Even on a lower floor, I was impressed. This one had direct light streaming in, which was just dreamy. Like, I was like sold on that lighting. Got some more storage here. This could be like camera equipment type of stuff. That's really nice. Bathroom. Feels pretty modern.
The bathrooms all felt super similar. Like, it seemed like they had the exact same sink setup, but this one had a nicer new shower glass. It also had subway tile, kind of basic, but it's always solid. I did kind of feel like at this price range, the bathroom and kitchen would be a little more stylish, but I guess that's just the market these days.
This looks new. The shower glass. Ooh, you have like a thing to hold the soap. And then let's check out this bedroom, which is also like surprisingly really big. I've seen apartments here where the bedrooms are just like tiny, but this is like a huge bedroom for New York, I feel like.
This bedroom size, really honestly, it's a big size for any city. I was quite shocked to see how large this was. You could fit a king size bed for sure. Dresser, desk, like really all the furniture that you'd want. Again, had some nice natural light. It was southeast facing. It was a little bit loud though, I will say. The West Village apartment was definitely quieter, but this one was brighter and of course a lot bigger, but more expensive.
So here you can see like how loud it is. It's kind of loud. Some more closet space, that's great. Yeah, this is like really nice. 5,300 though is a lot, but I can see why. It's like prime location, great lighting, modern.
I was also kind of surprised at this price. It didn't have in-unit washer and dryer, but it's probably just because the building is a little older and all the units are renovated. So they just didn't have the plumbing for it.
I put my camera on the little ledge and look at this lighting. It's so bright at this time of day. It's 11:30 a.m. right now.
Now let's go check out the third apartment, which was just a few blocks over, also in the East Village. So this one is fairly similar to the other with some differences. At least when you walk in, it's kind of similar. You have a closet to the left. It's just kind of a coat closet, and then to the right is the kitchen, but this one isn't as open as the other one. It's a galley style kitchen. I think the finishes are a little bit boring if I'm being honest, but it's pretty modern, pretty up to date, although there's really no natural light in here, so recording any kind of video would not be the best in this kitchen. It's decent though, it would do. Here's the main living area. This one was also a 1-bedroom for $100 less than the other. So this was $5,200, and it's a bit smaller. I think the lighting is also not quite as good, but still pretty good. Even though this one's smaller, it's still big for New York. Like, this still feels like a pretty big living room for New York. It's on the 5th floor, so it gets some natural light, but the light wasn't actually streaming in, it was reflecting off of a building. And then over in this hallway, you have the bathroom and the bedroom. Here's the bedroom. As you can see, it's quite a bit smaller than the bedroom in the last apartment. I think this is a more standard size, or maybe even still kind of big for a New York apartment bedroom. It's got a small closet, so you can put clothes there. And again, decent lighting, but not really the best. I'm not a big fan of the parquet style flooring throughout this apartment. I think the color is okay, but the style is not my favorite, although not a deal breaker. And then here's a look at the bathroom, which, you know, all these bathrooms kind of look the same. I thought they were all pretty nice. Again, with that marble tile seems to be pretty popular here. This toilet is kind of funny because it looks like a public bathroom toilet, doesn't it? It's got the same standard sink situation, a little bit of storage in the cabinets, and pretty nice shower glass. So that is the third and final apartment. Now let's go over which I like the best and if I would lease any of these.
So after seeing all three of those, my favorite one, I think the obvious choice was the second one. For only $100 more, I think it was like a lot better than the third one, just in terms of brightness, and the kitchen was a bit nicer, the bedroom was a lot bigger. So yeah, I really liked that one. However, I still feel like that is so much money to spend on an apartment. When I walked into the second one, I was really hoping he was gonna say it was $3,500. When he said $5,300, I was like, I just don't feel like that's worth it. I would rather live in a slightly less convenient area, to be honest, for a little less money, because I just am like, damn, that's like $1 million mortgage, you know? The rental, and I'm sure buying market is insane everywhere, but New York especially.
So unfortunately, I didn't find the perfect spot, so I did not lease any of these. The rental market is just insane here, but it was fun to look anyway, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well.
I have a bunch of other house hunting style videos in different cities, so I'll link those below. We've got LA, Seattle now, and this one, I think there's another one, there might not be. You can follow along with me as I find my next place to live, but yeah, that is it for New York. Hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.